North Korea tests missile, Seoul says, ahead of both seen as gauge of support for hardline South Korea leader. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in September 2023. Seoul, South Korea CNN. North Korea test fired a presumed intermediate-range ballistic missile on Tuesday, South Korean officials said, its latest military maneuver since leader Kim Jong-un's New Year declaration that he was ending a policy seeking reconciliation with the South. Pyongyang made no immediate comment on the suspected test, which comes just over a week before key restorative elections in South Korea that will provide a barometer of support for conservative President Yoon Suk-yeol, who has taken a hard line against the North during his 2 years in office. North Korea, which has faced years of international sanctions over its nuclear weapons program, has ramped up its weapons testing and military exercises in recent weeks. On March 19, Pyongyang said it had tested a multi-stage solid-fueled rocket engine for a new type intermediate-range hypersonic missile, according to a state-run Korean Central News Agency. Kim said after that test, the development of the IRBM system was as important to North Korea's security as intercontinental ballistic missiles, which in theory could reach the United States mainland. The KCNA report on the engine test did not give further details of the new hypersonic weapon, but North Korea has previously said it tested the hypersonic glide vehicle called HGV, while all ballistic missiles reaching the hypersonic velocity 5 to 10 times the speed of the sound. In their terminal page, the HGV can maneuver at high speeds as it nears a target, enabling it to evade detection and missile defenses. Meanwhile, the North Korean military has staged a series of military exercises in the past few months, as the US and South Korea has also held drills, including their annual Freedom Shield exercise, which South Korea said focused on deterring the North's nuclear threat. Pyongyang's shows of power included long-range artillery and multiple rocket launchers, which pose a threat to the South Korean capital, Seoul, and other key areas near the border. Ahead of the April 10th vote, some polls show President Yoon's People Power Party, called the PPP, widely trailing the opposition Democratic Party, and laws for the PPP could be seen to weaken Yoon's leadership, analysts say. Yoon, who had pushed for increased military cooperation with the US, also backed closer ties with Korea's former colonial ruler Japan, angering many in the country where the scars of that occupation remain prominent. But Lip Eric Easley, professor of international studies at Ewha Women University in Seoul, said Tuesday's suspected missile test by North Korea won't have much effect on the vote. Firing an intermediate-range missile lacks the shock value of the full-range ICBM launch or the nuclear test, so it's unlikely to swing any National Assembly seat, Easily said. South Koreans are more focused on domestic problems like healthcare reform and economic troubles, Easily added. Tuesday's suspected North Korean missile test also comes less than 2 weeks before Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida heads to Washington for the trilateral summit with the U.S. President Joe Biden and the Philippines President Fernando Marcos Jr., while the issue of the increasingly assertive China is expected to be front and center at the meeting, North Korea is also likely to be on the agenda for the three leaders. North Korean Foreign Ministry Cho Sun-hui last week quashed recent speculation that Kishida could meet with North Korea's Kim. North Korea will not allow any attempt of Japan to contact Pyongyang, he said, according to KCNA. CNN's Yoon Jong-seo contributed to this report.